Mr. Chairman. Deputy Secretary, Secretary Rubio, OMB Director Vaught, and administration officials have repeatedly asserted to Congress that funding is not being cut or frozen for the procurement and delivery of American-made, ready-to-use therapeutic foods. However, as of today, as I understand it, no RUTF orders have been processed this year. And the two nonprofit manufacturers who make these products, which are sourced from 27 states across the U.S., are in danger of going out of business. Can you provide me with an update on the status of moving these orders forward?
Thank you for that question, Congressman. I regret I'm not familiar with this particular issue, but I'd be happy to take it on board, look into it, and get you a response.
Okay. If you can do so expeditiously, that would be helpful.
I will do so, sir. Thank you.
What is the status of the State Department's Office of the Coordinator for Afghan Relocation Efforts?
So that office, we're still processing SIV visas that for under Chief of Mission Authority. That work, like the work of a lot of that's being done at the State Department now under our reorganization, is being moved to the regional bureaus. So it's being moved from that, the care functions are being moved to the regional South Central Asia desk. My understanding is we've admitted about 1,200 people under this program since the beginning of the administration, and that work, the processing of those visas continues.
So you expect that program under the auspices of the regional desk will continue moving forward?
Yes, it is continuing under the South Central Asia desks, yeah.
Okay. Do you see has there been any discussion of changes to the actual approval of visas for Afghanistan interpreters and others that helped us during the Afghanistan war moving forward, or do you see the program largely continuing as is?
My understanding is that about 400,000 people have been admitted with SIVs from Afghanistan, and that the so-called easy cases have kind of made their way through, and there are sort of a number of hard cases at the end of people who did not or could not pass vetting to be admitted into the United States, and so I think it's down to harder cases now, so I don't know that we're going to see the kinds of numbers we've seen previously admitted, but the review work continues.
One of the things that was obviously a big concern with USAID was some of the funding that went to different projects or entities that, on the face, we would not support. For instance, an anti-Semitic rapper who got $3 million to promote anti-Israeli rap songs in Gaza and the West Bank, as well as obviously funding that previously went to UNRWA on the work that they did to undermine and foment hate and anti-Semitism and teach Palestinian students to hate Jews and frankly want to kill Jews, which is part of why we saw October 7th happen. What is it that the State Department is doing now to make sure that that type of funding does not occur ever again? And two, obviously with the change in how we're getting humanitarian assistance into Gaza, how do you see that functioning?
So number one, I think the elimination of USAID as a foreign aid institution, I think was step one to that. Number two was the creation of the America First Opportunity Fund, which is what the administration has proposed in its FY26 budget to ensure democratic accountability in how foreign assistance funds are being distributed. You look at this long list of USAID funds that I think kind of shocked the public conscience about how public taxpayer dollars were being spent. And you can't really answer the question who authorized that or who approved it, or there was no one that you could really hold it. I mean, you could technically hold the USAID administrator accountable for that, but they're going to say, I never saw that or never approved it. With the America First Opportunity Fund, this is done at the discretion of the secretary under the president's authority as the chief foreign policy officer. of the United States, and he's someone who's before the press every single day. You can be asked questions by the public. I mentioned earlier there's congressional oversight as well. The inspector general can also review how monies are being spent. So I think there's going to be the questions about accountability. I think there are multiple layers of accountability for how that money is spent. And the ultimate accountability is to the American voter, right? They can say, I don't like how this money was spent, or I do.
Thanks. I yield back.
Chair now recognizes